Following the 12th round of talks between the Corps commanders on 31st July, the armies of India and China have completed the process of disengagement in the Gogra Heights in eastern Ladakh region. The disengagement procedure included removing of all temporary structures and infrastructure on both sides, and returning the landform to its pre-standoff state. The Dipsang and Hot Springs are still locked in a stalemate, and both sides have expressed commitment to take the talks forward and resolve the remaining issues in the western sector. The titanium alloy material supplied by the Maidani Group will be used to build a full-scale model of the airframe for the AMCA fighter jet, that will be manufactured by VEM Technologies Private Limited, that will be moved to the DRDO's outdoor radar cross-section test facility in 2022 for undertaking a series of tests. Officials have said that the fabrication for the scale model will begin later this year, and the delivery will happen in the next 6 to 8 months. The AMCA full-scale model will be used to validate the design and the measurement of the radar cross-section, and to verify that the stealth characteristics meets the specifications determined by the Aeronautical Development Agency and the Indian Air Force. In the next phase of testing, the full-scale model will then be used to validate and measure installed antenna pattern, gain and phase measurements for the AMCA's communication, navigation and identification and electronic warfare systems. The full-scale model will have interchangeable components, so that lateral design changes are quickly tested and recertified when the program is still in the prototype stage, before it moves to the limited-scale production stage. Garden Reach Shipbuilders has laid the keel of third of the 4 large survey vessel, and this 3,300-ton large survey vessel is capable of full-scale coastal and deep-water hydrographic survey. Garden Reach Shipbuilders has also laid the keel of the first of the 8 anti-submarine warfare shallow water craft for the Indian Navy, and this 990-ton vessels are capable of full-scale subsurface surveillance and coordinated anti-submarine operations with anti-submarine aircraft. The first anti-submarine warfare shallow water craft is expected to be delivered in October 2022, and the remaining 7 crafts will be delivered by April 2026. During his 2-day visit to Southern Command, the Indian Army Chief visited Tata Motors at Pimpri, where he observed a range of Tata vehicles including 4x4 troop carrier, light bulletproof vehicle and combat support vehicles, mine-protected vehicles, and wheeled armored amphibious platform in 8x8 configuration. He also visited the Strategic Systems Complex of Larsen & Toubro, where he witnessed their production facilities, in which a transporter erector launcher of the Agni 5 nuclear-capable intercontinental ballistic missile was seen, which is a direct strategic signaling to China. During his 3-day visit to Israel, the Indian Air Chief flew a sortie in an F-15 fighter jet of the Israel Air Force, and also held wide-ranging talks with his Israeli counterpart on further boosting bilateral military cooperation, and was also given an overview of the operational environment of the Israel Air Force. The visit marks an important milestone in the ties of the two air forces, with both sides reaffirming a shared vision of enhanced bilateral engagements and multidisciplinary professional exchanges for the future. The Chinese army utilized the newly opened 435 km long Larsen-Yingchi Railway in southwest China's Tibet Autonomous Region to transport troops into the region. The Chinese army soldiers from the Tibet Military Command took a Fuxing bullet train to an exercise field at an elevation of 4,500 meters, and this is the first time the Larsen-Yingchi Railway has hosted a troop transport mission, and marks another step forward on the systematic development of China's military transport. Amid the deployment of Indian Navy's task group in the South China Sea, and the ongoing naval exercise in the Indo-Pacific region by the US, UK, Australia and Japan, China has now started a 5-day naval drills in the South China Sea, and has set up a vast navigation restriction zone. Chinese Foreign Ministry has said that China hopes that the warships of relevant countries will abide by international law and respect the sovereignty rights and interests of countries along the South China Sea, and avoid harming regional peace and stability. India, Sri Lanka and Maldives have conducted the first Deputy National Security Advisor level meeting yesterday that aims to forge closer cooperation on maritime and security matters among the three Indian Ocean countries. They also discussed specific proposals for cooperation and decided to hold regular interaction, joint exercises, capacity building and training activities.